Hello, my name is Jimmy Costello from the Design Center NX Product Marketing Team. Today we're going to be exploring how to leverage patterns within your CAD designs. The Pattern Feature tool allows you to efficiently duplicate existing features or bodies throughout your models. Rather than individually creating numerous identical elements like holes, ribs, or cutouts, the Pattern Feature tool enables you to define a single instance and then replicate it. For today's demonstration, we're going to look at things through the context of decorating a tree. Let's jump right in and get started. Our goal in this video is to produce a similar tree to what has been done in this initial model. I've went ahead and replicated a similar start without any of the added features. Our first step in this process is going to be implementing the decorative spikes that add texture to the body of the tree. We can begin by extruding out pentagons on each layer of the tree. Although this gives us the proper detail and shape we are looking for, there are still gaps in our design. To address this issue, we can use the pattern feature command to repeat our extruded bodies. Since we are working with a uniform design that is radially symmetric, all of our patterns will use a circular layout today. However, it's important to note that there are a number of other layout options, including but not limited to linear, polygon, spiral, helix, and axial. Next, we are prompted to select a vector to act as our rotational axis and a point for which the vector will pass through. After that, all that's left is to set a spacing, count, and pitch angle, and our first pattern feature has been finished. Taking a look to review, this is accurate with our reference model. Our next step in the design process is to add the lights or garland around the tree. One of the nice aspects of the pattern feature command is that it is not limited to just simple capabilities. It can also be used to repeat commands like replace face, divide face, and offset curve in face. We're going to begin by creating a curve on surface using a closed spline. Once finished, we can perform an offset curve on face to duplicate our spline, this time a bit higher on the face of the tree. These curves alone are not enough to create a new 3D feature. If we use the sketch command, utilizing the on-path dropdown, we can create a circle which can then be swept along the length of our spline. This will produce a new 3D tubing along the outside of our tree model. Once again, switching back to the pattern feature command, we can repeat these steps to produce additional instances of this sweep. After we've finished, we can compare the changes to our initial model. Everything looks good, so let's move on to the second set of swept bodies. While we repeat the same steps as before, I want to take a minute to discuss the importance of creativity in your designs when it comes to pattern features. It's easy to fall into the trap of simply replicating a pattern once you've found a functional one, but truly impactful designs often come from a willingness to experiment and innovate. Thinking outside the box with pattern features can significantly improve design efficiency and overall product performance. As we wrap up this step with the pattern feature command once again, we can now look to including color and our newly added features. Navigating to the Display tab and then selecting Edit Object Display, we can select the desired features we would like to edit and then select a new object color to distinguish it from the rest of our model. After we have finished with the first set of swept bodies as well, we can move on to the final step in decorating the tree, adding the divided faces along the middle level of the tree. Once again, we can begin with the Curve on Surface command to produce a design on the face of the tree. This initial design will serve as the canvas for our subsequent detailed work. Next, we can continue by selecting the Pattern Feature command, where we will select the same vector endpoints as before. This time, we will change our count and pitch angle to better fit our desired aesthetic and functional needs, ensuring the pattern wraps seamlessly and precisely around the tree's contours. The last step we must take now is to apply the Divide Face command on our newly patterned feature. Doing so will etch our sketches into the face of the tree, ultimately wrapping up our model. In conclusion, in this video, we've explored using the pattern feature command to enhance our efficiency and achieve intricate and consistent designs with remarkable ease. We started off by patterning a simple extrusion to produce the texture foliage elements on the edge of each layer of the tree. After that, we patterned the tubing that runs around the tree with the offset curve and face, followed by a sketch and a sweep. And finally, we wrap things up by patterning the stars that were created using the Curve on Surface command and finishing off with the Divide Face tool. I would like to thank you for your time and attention.